than Walter Cronkite.
What do you think the CBS Evening News, NBC Nightly News, World News Tonight will look like 10 years from now?
You know, we're in a technological revolution, Steve, and we're just trying to keep up with the technology. I mean, what we can do now, what we have the ability to do now. We put a story on television not so long ago that was shot on one of these new little flip cams. This is a camera this big, and it's about that thick. It's about the size of your cell phone, and you can record on that in HD for 60 minutes. Just the fact that you can do that. I mean, think about in the old days when you'd see the national conventions and the cameraman would have this thing that, you know, weighed 80 pounds on his back and a camera in front of him and a sound man to hold the sound equipment. And now you can do all of that with this little camera. I mean, it's going to make, it already has made television less obtrusive than it used to be, and that's good. But the fact that this technology is happening like this and happening so fast, no one can really say where anything is going to be in 10 years. I mean, are there still going to be newspapers? Are we still going to print news out on pieces of paper? Or will we get it all on the iPod? Nobody knows the answers to these questions. Having said that, the core of journalism is still not the technology, it's the reporter. It's the individual reporter who goes to the scene, gathers the facts independently of what the government is trying to tell him to do or what the government line is, and then finds a way to get that into print or into broadcast in some way. I don't know what the evening news programs are going to look like in 10 years, and anybody who tells you that they do know, I would challenge that. I don't think there's a way that we can possibly know. What I do know, though, is you cannot have a democracy unless you have independently gathered information that is available to every citizen. The difference in a totalitarian society and a democracy, in a totalitarian society, you have one source of news, and that's the government. In a democracy, what you have is two sources of information. One of them comes from the free press. You cannot have a democracy unless you have that. And so, as imperfect as we are, as much criticism as we get, and a lot of it is justified, you still can't have a democracy without what we provide. And, you know, that's why I think it's honorable and fun to be a reporter, and I'm glad I'm part of it.
And our guest, Bob Schieffer, is the former